Howdy friends, welcome back to History in the Hand. I'm Steve Okino. We're here in north central Pennsylvania. I'm within sight of my house because I only have just a little bit of time this afternoon, but I thought I would invite you to come along and join me as we look in my neighbor's hunting camp lawn. See what we can find. We got a little time. It's, I don't know, it's in the 40s. It's November. The world looks kind of stark. But there's no reason why we shouldn't grab a metal detector and see if we can find some history to hold right in our hand. Come on, let's see what we can find. I'll see you at the first hole.
Metal detecting. It's full of adventure, full of planning, for some camaraderie.
Ready, Ryan?
Oh yeah.
It's full of elation, frustration, and even inspiration. People do it for all sorts of different reasons. Me, I just want to hold a little history in the hand.
Didn't even get to where I wanted to start. I was just walking over there and got a signal. It is suspiciously firearms sounding, but we don't ever know. Even though we don't ever know, sometimes we can have a pretty good feeling. And so, 243 shell. So I would imagine somebody cracked off on a deer here. And I think that was that. Okay, well, that's cool. So our first hole is firearms related. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at one time these level areas, these terraces, were set up to grow potatoes, but that tree has been here since 1900, and around that old home I found multiple Indian head pennies, found a really cool boot heel plate right down there, so it'll be interesting just to see what's here. Let's keep going. 59 signal, as far down as it goes. Huh. What in the world? Okay. I can identify that even without brushing it off with my trusty toothbrush. This is a brass rivet from horse tack, and what's cool is the leather is still in place. So we are holding a piece of history right in our hand. That's pretty cool. Love it. Piece of American history. Wonderful. All right, on to the next. After we check our hole, of course. I'm picking up a shovel right there, but I'm not gonna dig it. All right, on to the next. You know, hardly anybody that watches my channel subscribes to my channel. So if you are even remotely interested in what you see today, then please do me a favor and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you as a regular part of the channel. Plus, maybe I can make a little bit of money off of my time and effort to put these videos out. Thanks for your consideration. All right, well, we found a couple things in this hole. We found an old aluminum tube of something, and there are innumerable things that could be, but this looks like a lighter, and I'm pretty sure it is. Yup, that is an old cigarette lighter. I'll be careful about how I wipe it off. This would have been pressed down. This cover would have popped up and a spark would have generated. And I don't know if this was, I guess if it had a screw it was to refill lighter fluid. And there is writing there, but I do not know. Oh boy, I don't think I can see it. I'll get a close-up and we'll keep going, but at least we found something interesting. That's great. On to the next. Clearly a fired bullet. We can see the angled grooves from the rifling that spun this bullet out of the barrel. Looks like it hit dirt pretty good, and that's probably how it got in the dirt. All right. I see sometimes on forums people looking for information on what this item might be, and usually those grooves from those spiraled grooves from rifling is a dead giveaway that it's a fired bullet. So always good to know. On to the next. We found the key to someone's Arctic cat. Look at that. Can you believe that? Wow. Looks like it was in some kind of plastic case. Wow, that is cool. Well, I wonder if the old snowmobile is still running. Oh, that's cool. That definitely goes on the interesting things side. When my son and I were out detecting the other day, when we got done at the end of the day, I forgot to have him turn. I had switched detectors with him and earphones, and I forgot to tell him to turn off his earphones. So when I went and grabbed my Simplex today, the earphones were out of batteries. I'll have to charge them up. But I really miss my earphones because of all this ambient noise right here from going through the leaves. You can hardly hear the speaker. So I'm having to listen extra careful. The fall is a wonderful time to take advantage of earphones because it's so nice to hear those signals and the variations in the tones coming from right inside your head, especially when there's so much extra noise. I mean, we're in the season here in Pennsylvania, at least, where there's tons of leaves on the ground, the wind is picking up, there's just a lot of extra noise, so it's nice to have earphones. That is, if you remember to to charge them. Anyhow, on to the next. Well, I see something interesting right here. Don't know. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Well, what would you say this is? Wow. That must have been some skeleton key that went through that. Oh, baby. Wow. Oh, that is wicked cool right there. Yeah, I had a roommate in college that said, wicked good. This is a wicked good find. He was from up in he was from New Hampshire, actually. New Hampshire. Oh, look at that. That's fantastic. Wow. I did find a gigantic, a big, long skeleton key once that might have been that big, but that's huge. That definitely goes in the interesting things file. Love it. Okay, cool find. On to the next. Wow. Now we got a screaming signal right underneath this old tree. Look at that, would ya? Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. This is the first pocket watch I've found with anything resembling numbers still. Now I found a bunch of them. pocket watches, but I don't think this is super old. Looks like it may just have been a brass casing, but oh, that is great. Oh, that's cool. I don't. Sounds like we're detecting in Sherwood Forest. Oh, that's cool. I don't think the winder is anywhere in there, or we would have heard it. So, oh, that's cool. Ah, I'm glad you were here with me when I found this. Oh, I'm disappointed. I mean, it's always fun. It's always fun to find a little piece of history, but this was ringing up just like an Indian head penny, and it was buried on the bank out in front of this place, and I've already found about 5 or 6 Indian head pennies here from 1864 right up through 1900. So I thought maybe I had found another, but nope. Oh well, maybe the next hole. Maybe the next hole. Guy can dream, can't he? All right, on to the next. Well, we're done. We're done for today. The sun is just setting right over there, and let's take a quick look at what we found. Hey, it's not bad for a 1-hour hunt. We found a bullet. We found a 19. I don't know if it's 14 or 40 something. Found an old lighter. Found that cool old brass rivet from horse tack. Found a pocket watch. Found a gigantic spot for a skeleton key to go through. Found an Arctic Cat snowmobile key and a couple of bullet shells. So this is Steve saying thanks for sticking along today on a 1-hour hunt. Ooh, sun's setting and it's getting cold. There's the sun just going over the horizon right there. So I'm here to just remind you that if you're not looking for it, you're not going to find it. And we'll see you next time right here on History in the Hand.